Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Hello everyone, I hope that I'm live right now, guys. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, uh, and there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Everything is fine, all clear, no issues whatsoever, right, guys? Okay, great. So, today will be the first day of practicals for us. Congratulations, everybody who prayed for India to win. We had got a great victory yesterday, and all seemed lost before the 17th over. But somehow Bumrah and Hardik pulled it off perfectly for us. And yes, I think so. Here the saying goes pretty well that the boys played well, right? So had an amazing night seeing India win. I was at a friend's place while the match was actually going on. So when the wicket fell down in the Bumrah's over, the kind of scream that we had, the neighbors came rushing in saying that we need to quieten ourselves, and we were like, dude, it's the finals, India is winning, and you guys are still telling us to keep quiet. Like, how is that even possible, right? So nevertheless, it was really amazing to see India win an ICC T20 World Cup after 17 years, and ICC World Cup in general after 13 years. And on the same day, Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, um, Jadeja, everybody actually had announced their retirements as well from T20 World Cup. So that was also something that has brought a lot of tears into the eyes of a lot of Indians right over there. And Virat actually made the entire crowd go silent. The entire like everybody who was speaking against Virat throughout the entire match, throughout the entire tournament itself, he pulled it off on his own back. He made sure that we were able to represent ourselves. The ballers actually got a chance to defend a good number on the scoreboard itself. So yeah, an amazing night right over there. I don't know if you guys saw the match or not. Even today as well in the morning, I was just seeing the highlights once again, just trying to grasp it up how hard these guys have been working. So now that is over, I think so. You guys should also be taking up a lot of inspiration from these people, eh, and how they have been able to represent us on a global scale, and how much hard work they put right over there to make sure that we are the ones who are able to smile and say that yes, India has won. So take up some inspiration from these guys, okay? And you as well, do not be afraid to work hard. Work hard as much as possible. Work towards a goal, towards an aim, to achieve it no matter what happens at the end of the day. Okay, so make sure, guys, that you guys take up a lot of inspiration from them. Okay, don't let that just sink in. Let it sink in into you, and uh, move further in your life. Okay. So keeping that in mind, we'll start with our today's class. So today we'll be focusing upon a little bit of JavaScript. Okay. Now the reason why I'm saying little bit of JavaScript is because JavaScript is one of those programming languages that takes a lot of time to actually learn. Let me tell you one thing. So as a talent recruiter, right? So I've been taking up so many interviews. If anybody asks me one particular suggestion that I'm creating my resume, what would be the most important suggestion for me if I want to apply as a full stack developer or a front end engineer or a back end engineer? What should be the most important point on my resume? And I always tell them one thing: never ever put JavaScript as a programming language of choice on your resume. So you'll put skills, or you'll put programming language of choice or programming languages that you know. Never put JavaScript on your resume. Even right now as well, I have almost 3.5 years of working in an industry using just JavaScript. Till now, if I'm creating my resume, I never put JavaScript on my resume. Even I will put React.js, I'll put Node.js, I'll put Express, I'll put MongoDB, I'll put everything, but I'll never put JavaScript. JavaScript one of the most toughest programming languages out there with a lot of depth to it. It is impossible to actually know JavaScript as a programming language to a huge depth. Like it has so much intricacies in that. It's one of the most toughest programming languages out there. But but as a development language of choice. Now, this is where things get different. There's a programming language of choice and there is a development language of choice. As a development language of choice, JavaScript is one of the most easiest, the most widely used, the most widely accepted programming language that is out there. So, we will be studying JavaScript as a development language of choice, in which it is usually understood that if you are using a programming language for development, that means you are going to Google a lot of things wherever you don't know about a certain topic. So it is fine not knowing everything about the programming language. Now, how are we going to study throughout the boot camp? We'll be studying some small concepts like variables, like functions, like data types that are there in JavaScript, just to get a basics right over there about JavaScript today. And from tomorrow onwards, we'll directly jump into Node.js, Express, and MongoDB. Reason being, we don't have a lot of time. Okay? And whenever some new particular topic comes into place right over there, some new topic, for example, we are learning Express.js, and let's say we are getting a particular topic like um, an advanced format of functions, that is arrow functions. So I will be teaching you guys while teaching React itself. So any new topic I will be teaching you guys, so you don't have to worry about it. Today we'll just be learning a little bit on an intro into JavaScript. Will that be fine with everybody? Please let me know. Will that be fine with everybody, guys? Please let me know. क्या हो गया सुशी? मैं भी जावास्क्रिप्ट सीखना है सीखना है तुमसे कुछ ना हो पाएगा तुम्हारे पास उंगलियां नहीं है क्या टाइप करोगी कुछ नहीं जाओ तो तुम जाके कुछ और खेलो फेच फेच खेलो ठीक है चलो let's continue from right over there guys let me share my screen first of all with you okay pop out the chat let's place it up on the left hand side of our screens let's make it a little bit smaller in nature let us share the screen once as well share screen entire screen share okay we'll keep this at the bottom. Now, we are not going to use something like VS Code or like that because not everybody in this bootcamp might be having a laptop or a desktop, but everybody has a mobile phone, right? A smartphone. So, due to that clear reason itself, we are going to use an online IDE. An IDE is basically integrated development environment, a particular place where you get all the necessary tools, all the necessary technologies that you need to develop applications. So a VS Code, then you are having your particular Atom, you are having Sublime Text. These are offline setup that is there offline basically on your personal laptop without being connected to the internet. You will be able to use that. But because not everybody has a laptop, so we are going to use an online IDE. The IDE that we are going to use is called as Replit. Okay, Replit. That is the IDE that we are going to use. It is a free IDE. We are not like even I'm using the free IDE. Even I have not purchased anything out of here, so you guys will also be able to use it just as I am. Okay, so once you get into the particular platform, you will have to sign up to the platform. So I'm just logging into the platform itself. So you can log in through all these options. I'm going with Google. Okay. Babu class is going on ना बाद में खेलेंगे ठीक है I love you जाओ बाद में so this is what happens every single time I'm taking up the class so sit and look at me ki like play with me or something like that go ठीक है class is going on हाँ बच्चा I also love you जाओ जाओ okay so let's continue you guys have met Susie okay so once we are into Replit, we are going to click on this particular plus button on the top right corner, guys. Once you click on this plus button, you will get a lot of different options right over there. We want to take up the option of Node.js, guys. We want to take up the option of Node.js. So we'll just click on Node.js right over here. Although we are going to study Node, what is Node.js? Why is it different from React.js or JavaScript or Express.js? We are going to learn about that in tomorrow's class. But today, just understand this is the place where we are going to write our JavaScript code, guys. So the entire screen, as you're able to see, is divided into three halves. On the left hand side, you are having all the different files and folders that are currently there in your online IDE. Okay, you are having an online IDE that you're using right over here, right? Inside of that online IDE, whatever different files and folders that you are having, that you will be able to see on your left hand side. In the middle, you are having the particular file inside of which we are going to code. And on the right hand side, this is where you will get your particular outputs. Whatever code that you're going to run, you get your outputs on the right hand side itself. That is inside of the console. So before starting any new particular programming language, the first thing that we have to do is write hello world in that particular programming language, guys. That's the first thing that we have to do. So let's get started with that itself, right? So to start with that, the first particular line of code that we're going to write is we want to write hello world. We want to print hello world inside using JavaScript. Now, the place where we are going to show our output is called as the console, right? On the right hand side, as you're able to see, that is where the output will be showing off. That is called as the console right over there. So inside of the console, we want to print hello world. So for that, the command is console.log. Okay, what do you mean by log? You must have heard about logging in, logging out. I'm logging down the report. That means to record something. Okay, log basically means in English to record something. So what do we want to record right over here? We want to record hello world inside of our console. So console.log, and then in parenthesis, you're having hello world. Okay, you're having hello world right over here. Now, why are there so many brackets and quotation marks and everything that is there on your screen, guys? Okay, the reason for that is grammar. Okay, inside of your English or Hindi, you are having all these punctuation marks that are there. That is the grammar of that particular language, grammar of English language itself. If you are not grammatically right, people might not be able to understand you correctly. In the exact same manner, the grammar for programming languages is called as syntax. Okay, and you have to follow those syntax perfectly. If you don't follow that grammar of programming language or syntax perfectly, you're going to get errors. So now that we have written, and the semicolon at the end basically is like the full stop, okay, of JavaScript. So if I run this particular line of code, as you're able to see inside of our console, we are getting hello world being printed out. Okay, again guys, if you don't follow the syntax properly, you're going to end up with errors. Now, could you guys let me know, what do you think will happen if I remove this semicolon from the very end? What do you think will happen if I remove this semicolon from the very end, guys? What do you think will happen? Think about it, guys. What do you think will happen if I remove this semicolon from the very end? Somebody saying an error will occur. Anything else, guys? Anything else? It will generate error. Nothing, I guess. Syntax error. Statement terminated, sir. Nothing, same OP. Okay. Somebody saying present, sir, will happen. Okay, present, sir, will happen if I remove the semicolon from the very end. Out of bounds, nothing will happen. Error will happen. The answer for this is that nothing is going to happen. We are still going to get hello world printed out on our screen. Let me show it to you guys. As you're able to see, hello world is still being printed out without any problems on our screen. So just 2 seconds ago, this fellow said to us that if we don't follow the syntax, we don't follow the grammar of programming language, we are going to get errors. Then he told to us that this semicolon is like the full stop of English programming, English language itself. And then he's saying that, Acha, you will remove this semicolon, nothing is going to happen, everything is going to remain the same. Why is he confusing us so much? The reason right over here that nothing is happening is because JavaScript has become very intelligent. So even if you don't put down the semicolon, JavaScript does that for you. JavaScript be like, भाई तू tension मत ले, भाई तेरा जिंदा है. Okay, I'll put down the semicolon in front of you itself. So now this problem that is there is because what happens is that when you're going to write a lot of JavaScript code, here you're writing 1 or 2 lines of code, right? In a particular industry, you're going to write 1,000, 10,000, even lakhs of lines of code of JavaScript in the same file. Now, at that particular point of time, if you don't put down the semicolons, JavaScript might place the semicolons at wrong positions. because now because you are not doing it on your own, JavaScript has to do that for you. It might put down the semicolon at wrong positions as well. Due to that, you might end up with errors. So just like everybody says, precaution is better than cure. So to take up a precaution that you are not ending up with errors at any particular point of time, you should definitely always put semicolons while writing JavaScript code. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. So this is a very important interview question, that why don't people put semicolons? Why should you put semicolons? Is the semicolons necessary or not? All these different things are usually something that is usually asked in interviews for basic internship level interviews itself. Okay, chalo. The next thing that is there is we need to remember about our exes. Okay. I know many of you guys don't have a very good experience with your exes. So don't worry about it. Even the present ones are going to make your life miserable. It is not going to be as easy as it is. But there is a problem, right? In from our childhood, we have always been told find the value of your ex. Even though if we believe our value of the ex is nothing, it's negative, it adds negative value to our life, we still are told to find the value of x. Now, all these different things that were there in our childhood were called as variables, if you guys remember, right? For example, you're having x, you're having y, apples is equals to 6, bananas is equals to 4, then fruits is equals to apples plus bananas. What is the value of fruits? Right? All these different things were example of variables that you have already studied in your childhood. Now, the same concept comes into every single programming language as well, wherein you can create some variables that store some values inside of it. For example, if I want to create a variable called as apples, okay, if I want to create a variables called as apples right over there, hi sir, I applied for CA and DevTown and completed that. I didn't receive the mail. Bresh, because I am the one who has not yet sent the mails, I'll do that today. I forgot about it. Okay, I'm the only one who does that. So if there is any problems with the CA wala cheese, it is usually my problem. So I'll get it sent by today or tomorrow. Okay, Amrish, I'm really very sorry. I actually forgot to send down the emails. Okay, I'll do that by today or tomorrow. So I'm very sorry for the same. Okay, chalo. So right over here, guys, to create a variable like apple inside of JavaScript, how can we create it? So first of all, we will have to declare what are we creating. What are we creating, guys? We are creating variables. So we'll have to write var. Okay, var is basically you letting your particular JavaScript know that currently I'm creating a variable itself. Then the name of the variable. So let's say apple, apple, apple. That is the name of my variable. Now, what is the value that I want this particular variable to contain? So I want it to contain 6 inside of it. That is how you can create a variable called as apple. Now I can create other variables as well. Variable bana banana is equals to 4. Then var fruits 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 is equals to apple plus banana. Okay, then I can print the value of fruits out on my screen, console.log fruits right over there. So what is going to happen right now is that we have created 3 variables right over here. Variables is apple that contains 6 inside of it, banana that contains 4 inside of it. What is fruits? Fruits is apples plus banana. Now apple contains 6, fruit banana contains 4, so 6 plus 4 10. So what does fruit contain? 10 inside of it. Now instead of writing 10 to console.log 10, we can refer to it by fruits. So if I run this, as you're able to see right over here, we should get 10 and hello world printed out on a screen. Please do remember console.log hello world is also there. So hello world and then 10 is being printed out on our screen. This is the concept of our variables. Okay. Now let's jump to the concept of data types inside of JavaScript. Now, is there anybody who has studied let me know, is there anybody who has studied any other programming language before joining JavaScript class? Anybody else? Name the programming language that you guys have studied. Studied मतलब studied properly. ऐसा नहीं कि I have studied about brainfuck, I've studied about Pokemon, I've studied about Pikachu. These are also different programming languages itself. Let me know if you have studied any programming language. Java, C, C++. Okay, very good, very good. Most of you guys have studied these, right? So please try to understand something. Whatever you have studied in these programming languages, it need not be the case that the same thing applies to every other programming language as well. I have studied C as a programming language. C has these 5 different data types. Then JavaScript will also have these only 5 different data types. Nahi bhai, otherwise there is no need for JavaScript. We will have all been using C itself at the end of the day, right? So always remember one thing, guys. Every single programming language is different. It need not be the case that whatever you have learned in one programming language is the same in other programming languages as well. Please do not write C++ and HTML as programming languages. Please, I'm begging you, do not do that. It feels as if somebody just took a knife and just made it went through my heart itself and then cooked it on a barbecue and ate it in front of me. And somebody says that HTML and CSS are programming languages. Okay, nevertheless, I'm here to help you guys out with everything. Okay, so let's start with that. Okay. Yes, the front end web development classes are ended. Okay. So right over here, guys, what we are going to do right now is that we're going to learn about data types in JavaScript. So JavaScript में data types are pretty easy, guys. Very easy actually. You are having first of all numbers. Okay, these are numbers, any number. Okay, it can be -6, it can be +6, it can be 6.14, it can be -6.14. All the negative and positive integers as well as decimal values are all referred to as numbers in JavaScript. Okay, so it's not as if ki acha decimal numbers are different and integers are different. No, every single number, whether it be decimal values, positive, negative, normal numbers, everything is going to be represented as numbers in JavaScript. Okay, that's the first data type that is there. Now, if I do this, okay, if I do this console.log 6 plus 7, what is going to be the answer, guys? Please let me know. Front-end web development bootcamp is over, guys. It is not left. Okay, you don't have fractions in JavaScript or any other programming language. Fractions will be converted into decimal values itself. What will be the answer? 13. Very good, guys. Very good. Basic mathematics we know. Very good, guys. Awesome. Okay, chalo. Pat on the back. So as you're able to see right away, 13 is getting printed. Now let me tell you about another data type that is there, that is called as strings. Okay, so var our value of x is equals to uh सुजी तुम्हारा x का नाम क्या है भाव भाव ठीक है सो लेट्स टेक अप द वैल्यू ऑफ x अच्छा बाबू ठीक है भाव भाव को नहीं बुलाएंगे नहीं आ रहा वो ठीक है टेंशन मत ले बाप रे सबसे ज्यादा तो यही ट्रॉमेटाइज्ड है अपने x से so right over here, as you're able to see, we have created a variable called as bhav bhav. Okay, sorry, that contains the value bhav bhav inside of it. Now this is what we refer to as strings. Strings can contain anything inside of it. It can contain small letters, it can contain spaces, it can contain capital letters, it can contain numbers, it can contain special values inside of it, it can contain anything inside of it, guys. Okay, anything inside of a double quotation mark or a single quotation mark, guys. Both you can use to create strings inside of JavaScript. Are you guys able to understand this? Mystery said the front end web development certificates will be sent usually in between 3 to 4 days itself. So it will take us that much time to verify everything. But yes, you'll get it on your emails. Var and let and cons will be discussing it while doing backend web development, not right now. Okay. Okay. Are you guys able to understand what are strings, guys? What are strings? Are you guys able to understand? You can create a string using double quotation marks as well as single quotation marks, guys. Okay. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Only for you, I know this is very basic, but many of the students are learning programming for the very first time, right? So we need to go according to their pace as well. अदरवाइज तो मैं तो बैक एंड डेवलपमेंट 1-2 घंटे में खत्म कर दूं, मेरे को तो ज्यादा टाइम लगेगा नहीं पढ़ाने में. बट फिर वही है कि सब ऊपर से जाएगा. आई डोंट वांट दैट टू हैपन विथ यू गाइस, राइट? चलो, वेरी गुड. Okay, so now these are strings. Now what happens when we try to add two strings up together, guys. For example, instead of adding 6 and 7, what if I add hello and world? What do you think will happen? Will I get 16 as my answer? Will I get 42 as my answer? What is going to happen? This addition of numbers, we are able to understand. Yeah, yeah, right? बहुत simple, right? 6 plus 7, 13. Balle, balle. But what about these text? How can we add two text together? This is where the particular operator, that is the addition operator, acts like a concatenation operator. Concatenation basically means instead of us having two words separately, hello and world, it will both be concatenated together to form one single word, that is hello world. So if I try to run this, as you're able to see, we'll get hello world as just one particular text printed out on our screen. And don't worry, you don't need to just add two words together. You can add as many words as you want. For example, here I'm going to add one more space as well in the middle. So hello plus space plus world. So when I run this, you will be able to see that we are getting hello space world as one particular text. Okay, so that is what concatenation is. The next particular operator that we are having right over there is, sorry, data type that we are having right over there is our Boolean operator. Okay, or Boolean data type itself. Boolean data type is basically, you guys have heard about AND gate, OR gate, NOR gate, XOR gate, all these gates that you had studied. You had these ones and zeros right over there, right? So these ones and zeros are also called as Boolean values. Their representation inside of JavaScript is done by true and false. Okay, true and false. So console.log true. So true is basically a true value. Okay, and that is one. And then you are having the false value that is there. That is false. Okay, zero. Okay. Now, please do remember one thing. JavaScript is a case-sensitive programming language. So for JavaScript, all these will be different variable names. For example, B, T, W. Okay. Then you are having capital B, capital T, capital W. Then you are having capital B, small t, capital W. Then you are having your capital B, capital T, small w. Then you are having your small b, capital T, small w. All these, although the spelling looks the same, all these, however the spelling looks the same, they are going to be treated as different variable names. Because for JavaScript, a small t and a capital T are two separate things. They are not one and the same thing itself. They are two separate things. Okay? In the exact same manner, if you try to create false as a value by keeping f as capital, it was not going to showcase as the false value. You want to create a true value or the false value, the small t and capital T needs to be used. Okay, it cannot be, you cannot use a capital F because that does not mean anything to JavaScript. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Okay, the next particular thing that we need to understand is the concept of functions in JavaScript, guys. So just like variables are there, variables are nicknames for some values that they contain inside of it, right? Variables are nicknames for some values that they contain inside of it. So x refers to the value of 5, or x refers to the value of bow bow inside of it. In a similar manner, functions are also a type of variables. You can think about it as a type of variables itself, but instead of containing values inside of it, it contains pieces of code inside of it. For example, if I want to say, hi, my name is Shaurya, again and again and again, I don't want to write console.log, hi, my name is Shaurya, again and again wherever I want to use it. So I'll create a function. I'll put this line of code inside of that function so that, okay, from today onwards, a function called as greeting contains this entire line of code. And instead of writing that code again and again, I'm just going to use function. I'm just going to use functions just like variables. So of writing bow bow again and again, I'm just going to use x right over there, right? So functions contain pieces of code inside of it that I can use at any other point of time in the future. Let's create a function of our own as well. So for example, again, just like variables, we'll have to first declare that we are creating a function. The function, we are creating a function. Then we have to name the function. So we'll name the function as greeting greeting. Okay, that is the name of the function that we are going to give. Then we are going to have a parenthesis. What is this parenthesis? Why is there a parenthesis right over here? We're going to discuss about it in the next 5 minutes. So please make sure you are patient enough till then. Okay. And then we are going to have a particular curly braces right over here. Whatever code that you want this particular function to contain will go in between these curly braces. For example, I want to do console.log. Hi, my name is Sean. Okay, simple line of code. I want to put it up right over here. The function greeting contains one line of code. Console.log. Hi, my name is Sean. If I try to run this particular code, nothing is going to happen. As you see right over here, I'm running this code. Nothing is happening right over here. I'm not getting hi, my name is Shaurya. Why is that the case? Here you have just declared a function. You have just told JavaScript that there is a particular function, there is a particular person. Let me show it to you guys. Okay, which one should I use? Chalo, Zenitsu, today is your turn. Okay. So this is Zenitsu, guys. This is like me telling to you guys about Zenitsu. That Zenitsu is a part of the Demon Slayer cop. Okay. He is one of the best lightning breather that is out there. He has great leg muscles. He's going to help you guys whenever a demon is attacking you. He cries a lot, but he's extremely powerful. Okay, so I've just told you about Zenitsu. I've just told you about Zenitsu, that who is Zenitsu, what can he do for you, and so on and so forth. Now let's assume that a demon actually attacked you, and now you need his help. So what are you going to do? You're going to call Zenitsu up. That dude, Shaurya told me that you can do all these different things. Now is the time. I'm calling you up. Now come and do all those things. Save me from this particular monster. Right? In the exact same manner, what function that you are able to see on your screen, you have just declared the function. You have just told right now that what can this particular function do for you. If you want to use this particular function, guys, okay, if you want to use this particular function, then you will have to call the function. Calling the function is very simple, guys. Just write greeting greeting and then the rounded parenthesis and then the semicolon right over there. It's as simple as that. Now when you run this, okay, the function will be called and you'll get hi, my name is Shaurya printed out on your screen. Are you guys able to see that? Please let me know. Are you guys able to see that? Please let me know, guys. Yes, awesome, awesome. Okay, the next thing that we are going to do after this is that what is this round parenthesis right over there? Okay, we created a function. Okay, we used a function. But what is this round parenthesis right over there, guys? This round parenthesis is where you can give a gift to Zenitsu. For example, this particular greeting function um, takes in your name. Okay, my name is, okay, and you can replace this with your name plus name right over here. Now, this particular function requires name, right? This particular function requires name. You're going to provide a gift to this particular function that is name. We're going to provide a gift to this particular function that is name. This function will take in that particular gift, that is the name of the user, and then it is going to, again, name is going to be a string. So you are actually concatenating two strings together. Hi, my name is one string, and name is another string right over there, and you concatenate them together to form the final sentence. Now, if you want to use this particular greeting function, if you want to call this greeting function, you'll have to call it with the gift. So here I'm going to provide it with a gift that is, let's say, Priyanshu Priyanshu. That is a gift that I'm going to provide it to it. Now, if I'm going to run this, as you're able to see, I'm getting hi, my name is Priyanshu getting printed out. Now, this is called as parameters. This is what we call as parameters, guys. Parameters. Please, this is very important. Technical naming conventions are very important to remember. When you are creating a function, when you are creating a function itself, whatever you put in between these rounded parentheses are called as parameters. But when you are calling the function, whatever you put in between these parentheses is called as arguments. Okay. It is called as arguments. You can remember this like this: DP and CA. When you're declaring a particular function, you call it as a parameter. So DP. When you're calling a particular function, you call it as a argument. So DP CA. Your DP declaring parameter, CA calling argument itself. That's how I remember it for my interviews, because again, when you are giving an interview, you have to be technically correct with what you are saying right over there. So this is how I remember stuff, because my knowledge, my memory power is actually pretty shit, very shit. So I create these small terms to help me remember stuff. Okay. So now you can give as many parameters as you want. For example, right over here, I can add this up right over here as well. You live in plus ADD address, comma address address. We're going to take that in, and we're going to give another particular argument right over here. Let's take in India. Let's save it. Let's run this. So as you're able to see, hi, my name is Priyanshu. You live in India. So now you are passing on multiple parameters and multiple arguments right over here, guys. Okay, can you repeat DPCA when you're declaring? So when you're creating a function, it is called as, the technical term is declaring a function. When you're declaring a function, whatever goes in between the rounded parenthesis is called as a parameter. So DP. Okay. And then when you are calling a function, that is CA, arguments. Okay. Calling and arguments right with there. Okay. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Now tell me, how would you feel if I tell that, oh, ho, tomorrow is my birthday party. I'm inviting all of you guys to come and join me at my party, but you have to bring in a gift for me. So you guys are like, okay, we are going to meet Shaurya Bhaiya. We'll bring gifts and we'll give it to him. Now the party has ended and I'm sending you without any gifts. I called you for a party. You guys brought gifts for me as well. Now when I'm sending you back, I'm not even giving you any kind of return gift. Now you guys will be like, "Chi, chi, 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 chi. This is bad. This is very bad," right? You guys will be like, "Arey, we brought in gifts, okay, and we are not even getting anything in return. That is bad, right over there, right?" So similar to that, inside of, "Arey bhai sahab, ye gali ke kutte na." कभी कभी यूट्यूब पे रहता हूँ इसलिए गाली कम देता हूँ, अभी तक तो है ना 50 गाली दे चुका रहता. चलो. So right over there, just like in this particular function as well, you guys are giving in a gift that is name and address. You're not getting anything back from the function, but you can do that. Okay. So how can you do that? We can have a return statement right over there. A return statement, once the function, whatever the function needs to be doing is done, it will give you a return gift back as well. For example, and you can return anything back. That is up to you. Return 0. Return 0. So this particular function will now return 0 back to you. Okay, you are not able to see this. So what I'm going to do, so whatever is getting returned back to you can actually save it inside of a variable. Okay, so let's assume we are greeting function is getting over. It returns 0 back to us. We can use that 0 and we can save it inside of a variable and then reuse it again as well. For example, right over here, var run is equals to greeting. So this greeting function, when it gets over, returns 0 back to us. Okay, once this particular function is over, returns 0 back to us. Now that 0 will get saved into REN, which we can save by doing console.log, console.log REN right over here. And let's run this. So as you're able to see, we will get 0 printed out on our screens. We can return anything, like I said, we can return true right over here as well. Okay, so let's return that. So we'll get true on our screens. We can return address. We can return the particular parameter that we have taken in as well. So if we return that, as we're able to see, we'll get India printed out on our screens. So as I'm able to say, you can return anything that you want. You can return some fancy text as well. This is the return value. You can run this and that will get printed out on your screen. Return is basically your function giving something back. It is basically your function. When it is over, when you have run the function, it is going to give something back to you. Now it is giving something back to you. You need to hold it, right? Bhai, abhi, I'm giving you a return gift after the end of the party, and you're like, nah, ji, nah, I'm not going to hold this. I'm not going to keep it in my hand. And how are you going to take it back home? You're going to keep it on your head and take it back home. See, I know you guys are very intelligent, but that is not going to be the case. You need to bring something, right? You need to bring your hands and be like, okay, I'm accepting this particular gift. So even though this return statement is being sent, if you're not storing it inside of a variable, you're not actually able to hold it. So once you store it inside of the variable, you can reuse that same variable to see what value got returned after the end of your function. That is what we are able to see right over here. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Okay, great. Awesome. Now we'll try to understand what is Node.js because we still have some time available. So let's try to understand what is Node.js. That's theoretical knowledge, just an intuition today. Tomorrow onwards, again, we'll go into the practical of Node.js and Express. But because we have some time, let me give you some intuition behind Node.js. Chalo, we'll do that. Okay, I'll just open up OneNote. भाई बोर तो नहीं हो रहे ना तुम लोग? You guys are not getting bored, right? I know this is many of you guys might have been a participant of the front end development bootcamp, so this is redundant for you guys. But for other students, you guys are not getting bored, right? I'm trying to keep the examples and everything a bit relatable if it's possible to keep it a bit more fun. Okay. But if I'm getting a little bit, if you guys are getting a little bit bored, drink some coffee, man. Okay. Okay. So when will you send attendance links? When I get the feeling, where I'm like, okay, now I get the feeling, then I'll send it. Chalo. So right over here, guys, let's start with Node.js. So JavaScript, chalo, we'll start with here. 100% of the websites in the entire world, okay, not 99.99, I'm not Detol. I'm not Detol, guys. 100% of the websites in the entire world are built using JavaScript. 100% of the websites, not 99.99, 100% of the websites in the entire world are built using JavaScript. Okay, 100% of the front end तो भाई JavaScript में ही है, and almost 90% of the backend as well is in JavaScript. Okay, so every website, no matter which website it is there, what you are using something that is banned in India, you're using that is something that is not banned in India. Everything is made using JavaScript. Now there is a big problem right over here. What is JavaScript, guys? JavaScript at the end of the day is a programming language. JavaScript is a programming language, right? Yes, everybody knows this. Now, how would you feel that you're opening a particular programming language, you're opening a particular website, and the website uses JavaScript, which is a programming language, to get into your particular computer, takes in everything from right over there, takes in your photos, your images, your passwords, your social media accounts itself. It enters into your computer and takes up everything and sends it to some other person living somewhere else. Again, that is a JavaScript, right? JavaScript is a programming language. It can do that for you. It is on your, when you open up a website, JavaScript is actually running right over there. So it can enter into your PC, take up everything and leave. Now that is a big problem, right? To safeguard it, what happened was in the early days, okay, this is a long time ago when JavaScript was originally created, what people did was they did something like this. Okay, let me draw something out for you guys. My drawing is not that great, guys, so pardon me for the same. Okay, so don't be like, yeah, shit, what is this? Ugh." Okay, my drawing is not that great, not Picasso. And let's say this is me right over here. Where is the white pen? This is me. Okay, so this is the planet Earth, guys. EARTH, Earth. This is the atmosphere right over here. ATM, not your father. Okay, I know many of you guys consider your father to be your ATMs, but this is the atmosphere right over there, and this is me, and this is space. Now, the atmosphere provides all the different things that I need: water, earth, food, air, everything that I need to survive and thrive. I get it within this atmosphere itself. If I go outside the atmosphere, if I go outside the atmosphere into the space, I'm dead, right? If I go outside the atmosphere into the space, I am dead. Will you guys agree with me or not? Will you guys agree with this or not, guys? Please let me know. When I'm living in the atmosphere, when I'm living in the atmosphere near the planet Earth, I get everything: food, water, air, everything that I need to grow, to live, to do stuff. As soon as I come into space, I'm dead right over there. The exact same thing happens with JavaScript as well. This is your JavaScript. The space is your normal computer right over there. The atmosphere is nothing else but your web browser. Web browser. Your Google Chrome, your Opera Mini, your Firefox, whatever you want to take it up as. So the web browser provides all the different things for your JavaScript to survive and work properly. So your websites are able to load up properly, your animations are happening properly, everything is working fine. As soon as you bring JavaScript outside the web browser into your normal computer, it dies right over there. That is the reason why your websites are so secure, because your websites are not able to come into your computer using JavaScript and steal stuff from you, because they just can't. Because they just can't. They can't enter into your computer. JavaScript cannot enter into your computer because as soon as it comes into your computer, it does not has atmosphere right over there. It dies immediately itself. Now, this was good for the front end developers. Front end developers were like, array, Majani life, everything is so good. Okay, everybody adopted JavaScript in the front end development aspect itself up till 2008. Okay, up till 2008, everybody was using JavaScript in the front end. And in the back end, everybody was using Java or PHP or .NET or something like that. Now, what happened was companies found it very difficult to keep two separate set of skill set in their company. One skill set is like, okay, JavaScript developers, front end developers. Another skill set is like back end developers. Somebody is in Python, somebody is in .NET, somebody is in Java, somebody is in some other particular language. They were fed up with this. So everybody came together and they were like, we need to provide the security that you're able to see on your screen. We need to provide this, but we also need to use JavaScript in backend as well. Now, if you guys remember the very first day I told you guys that backend languages, they cannot live in air, right? They also need computers to work upon. So JavaScript, if it is needs to be used inside of computers to create backend, it cannot survive because as soon as it enters into the computer, it dies right over there. So how can humans, let's forget about JavaScript, how can humans survive inside of space? Let me know. I know you guys know the answer. How can humans survive inside of space? What do you think? If I want to survive inside of space, how can I do that? I need a space suit, right? If I have a space suit, then I will be able to survive. Let's see right over here. If I have a space suit right over here, this is my helmet. This is my particular space suit right over here. Then I will be able to survive inside of space. I will be happy inside of space. I will be like catching. I'm happy inside of space right over here, right? Now, this spacesuit not just helps me survive inside of space, but also adds a bit more functionality to me. For example, on Earth, I was not able to fly. I'm not Superman. I cannot fly on Earth. But using this spacesuit, it has jet packs and everything, and that helps me float around and fly around in space. So it not just helps me survive inside of space, but also provides additional particular features to me as well. That is what Node.js is. The spacesuit is nothing else but Node.js. writing is so shit, even I cannot read it. Node.js, guys. That is what Node.js is. Node.js is basically going to provide your JavaScript with a particular environment inside of which it is able to live inside of the computer. It is able to function inside of the computer, but only within that space suit. Only that is the best point. Only within that space suit itself does not have access to the entire computer itself. And unless you install Node.js in your entire computer, then you're fucked. But yeah, it cannot have access to everything inside of your computer. Only what is there inside of the space suit. Only what is there inside of Node.js itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Why can't we use Python in everything as it is easy? Okay, let me give you a very simple answer. It is easy to walk from Bangalore to Delhi. Okay. Why are people using flights? Why are people traveling with bikes? Why are people traveling with cars? They have to spend so much money on it. They have to build so many different things right over there. They have to research so many different things to build it at the end of the day. Why did people do all that? It was easy. Do nothing. Just walk from Bangalore to Delhi. You can do that. But people don't, right? So even though you feel that Python is easy to use for you, it is not the right solution for every single thing because Python is slow. Let me tell you one thing. In If you ever go into production models inside of artificial intelligence itself, I have been in that for the past 5 years of my life. Nobody uses Python. Python is only used for research. Python is only used to develop models. Python is only used for tinkering around with stuff. Your final production, what you guys are using as a product itself, that is usually made using either JavaScript or C sharp or something like that. You don't use Python to do this. You first try to make everything using Python. Then once it is done, you know what is going to be how you need to make it. Then you recreate the entire thing using JavaScript or C sharp or maybe some other programming language, depending upon which company you are working for. So again, Python is used for usually experimentation itself. So like I said, that is what Node.js is for us, and that is what we are going to study from our tomorrow's class. And we are going to then learn about Express.js. We are going to study about that. We're going to learn about npm as well. So all these different things we are going to use and learn in the next particular class. So I will say get ready for the same. Okay. So right now I'll give you guys the attendance link for today's class. Will that be fine? I'll give you guys the attendance link for today's class. Will that be fine, guys? Please let me know. Is PHP still trending? ना ना PHP नहीं भाई, PHP नहीं. Please दूर रहो इन सब चीजों से. कौन चूतिया तुम लोग को ये सब चीज बताता है? It is like studying about dinosaurs. If you still want to do that, there is a career for studying dinosaurs as well, but very few placements for that. Okay, don't expect a lot. Do not study .NET. If a company requires .NET, they will teach you. Okay, do not study .NET or Spring Boot or something like that. Always make sure that you are learning the latest technology. See, again and again, I'm trying to explain this to you guys. You are not learning Node.js, Express, MongoDB to use it inside of companies. You're learning this to answer questions inside of interviews. Once you get selected in the company determines what you're going to work upon, and for that they train you on their own itself. Okay, you don't need any kind of prior knowledge for the same. What you are learning is just to cross interviews. Please don't think that जो हम PHP सीख लेंगे. चूतिया हो गया. PHP सीखोगे गांड मार देगा सामने वाला. बहुत गंदी तरीके से इंटरव्यू जाएगा तुम लोग का. तो प्लीज डू नॉट डू स्टफ लाइक दैट. ऑलवेज थिंक, बी स्मार्ट. देखिए मेरा हमेशा से ये रहा है, हार्ड वर्किंग तो भाई होना ही है. यू हैव टू बी हार्ड वर्किंग, बट यू हैव टू बी स्मार्ट एज वेल. दो टाइप के बच्चे होते हैं. एक जेडब्ल्यू मेंस में जाता है, सारा क्वेश्चन मार्क करके आ जाता है, वो चूतिया होता है. दूसरा टाइप का बच्चा होता है, he understands that okay, these are the main topics, these are the things that I need to focus upon. He'll focus upon those topics a lot. He'll practice more questions upon those topics. He'll format a particular strategy in his mind that okay, this is how I need to attempt questions, these are the topics that I need to focus upon a lot. That are the kind of people who end up going into good colleges. The same thing happens with people preparing for companies as well. There is a proper syllabus for interviews. There is a proper method of taking up interviews for these companies, and every company follows the exact same syllabus. Every company follows the exact same process. This syllabus and the process differs based on the package. For example, a particular 3 lakh rupees per annum company will follow a little bit different process. 20 lakhs per annum company will follow a little bit different process. A particular 60 lakhs per annum company will follow a different process right over there. The process differentiation is also not on the basis of कि भाई सब चीज change हो गया, the syllabus still remains the same. The difficulty increases a lot. For example, a 60 lakh per annum job what I got. So there will be 2-3 additional subjects in the syllabus. There will be particular 2-3 additional rounds right over there. There will be much tougher DSA and competitive programming questions right over there. So these are the things that you guys need to focus upon. Okay. See, be smart. Don't be dumb. Especially when you are dealing with a person like me. I love smart people. I love them because I know they are going to crack everything. Okay, dumb people are actually not dumb, they just don't take the efforts to figure out things. They are like कि आराम से बैठेंगे, ऐसे नहीं होता है यार, तुम लोग बहुत स्मार्ट लोग, आई हैव सीन यू गाइस, आई हैव बीन विद यू गाइस फॉर द पास्ट 2 days. आई टेल यू वन थिंग, यू गाइस आर सुपर स्मार्ट. ठीक है, यूज योर स्मार्टनेस प्रॉपर्ली इटसेल्फ. ठीक है, चलो, थोड़ा बहुत गाली वाली सुनना भी चलता रहता है. ठीक है. Sir, we have basic skills for a person. What are the basic skills for a person who get 20 lakhs per annum package? The syllabus is the same. Data structures and algorithms, competitive programming, programming language of choice, whatever language you use for DSA and CP, that is called as the programming language of choice. One domain topic, whatever you like, whether you like data science, full stack, cyber security, whatever you like right over there. This is what is the syllabus for a particular 3 lakh rupees to 40 to 50 lakh, 40 lakh rupees per annum job. This is the normal syllabus. Above that, you have your high level designing, your system designing. These are also a part of the syllabus. Some of the low paying companies will have OS, DBMS, computer networking as their syllabus as well. So that is basically the entirety of the syllabus for any interview, whether you're going for full stack, front end, back end, data science, cloud computing, anything that you're going for. This is going to be the syllabus for every position. Companies don't change it. Okay, we are the ones who take up the interviews. So I'm letting you guys know about it. Oh, मैं थक गया. Okay. Um, please make a video for syllabus for each type of companies. ठीक है, वो भी कर लेंगे यार, ये सब चीज प्लान करके रखा है यार, but I'm seriously letting you guys know I don't get time. ठीक है, but I'll definitely do that. Don't worry. I'm trying to figure out everything. I want to give you guys everything that you are asking for. थोड़ा टाइम दो यार मेरे को. ठीक है, बनना तो चालू हो चुका है, but वही है कि I want to do it in one shot perfectly itself, and that is one of my biggest problems. I want to take things perfectly, and it takes a bit time right over there. चलो, अगेन आई फॉरगॉट, अटेंडेंस देने वाला था मैं, अभी गाली वाली मिलने चालू हो जाएगा मेरे को. अटेंडेंस बोला था, अटेंडेंस नहीं दिया. आई एम लाइक, भूल गया यार, ऐसा मत करो. हम भी अच्छा बच्चा है. Learning Angular is good or not? I will suggest learn React.js. ठीक है, Angular, if the company wants, it is going to teach you. ठीक है, React में क्या है, you will get a lot more opportunities when compared to Angular. देखो, मैं तो at the end of the day I take things according to opportunities. The more opportunities that is there, the better the topic is. Okay, because I'm able to apply to much more jobs and I have a greater chance of getting something at the end of the day, right? What to do if you are a student from ECE? See, companies don't really give a fuck about which college you are from or what you're pursuing in college. College does not, the CSE guy is not learning anything in college. Believe me. If you guys ask the people who are there in the live chat itself, are they teaching you guys these type of topics? They just say no. Because it is just not possible for colleges to actually teach these topics. You have to learn it on your own. Okay. So even if you are from ECE, companies don't care about that. Companies care you have the right skill set, right knowledge. If you have it, come and work for us. If you don't, बढ़ते चलो. ओ, ठीक है. सर, इज इट पॉसिबल टू गेट बूट कैम्प फॉर इंटरव्यू प्रेप प्रोसेस? बूट कैम्प की जरूरत नहीं है यार. आई विल ऑर्गेनाइज अ जूम क्लास फॉर यू गाइस. ठीक है, at the end of the boot camp I'll organize a Zoom class for you guys so that we are able to interact a bit better, and there I'll let you guys know the entire interview process and everything. Will that be fine with everybody? Please let me know. Will that be fine with everybody? Please let me know. I'll organize a Zoom class, okay, at the end of the boot camp, and I'll tell you guys all this interview process, your resume creating skill sets, and everything right over there. What you guys need to focus, what you guys don't need to focus. But please, there nobody question me. ठीक है, मैं पहले ही बता रहा हूँ कि मेरे को क्लास जल्दी खत्म करने का मन है. तो डोंट बी लाइक कि सर ये भी कर सकते हैं, वो भी कर सकते हैं, ये भी कर सकते हैं, वो भी कर सकते हैं. आई एम लाइक, डूड, आई एम लेटिंग यू गाइस नो अ प्रोसेस. So that is the process. My answer is not going to change by you telling कि sir इसमें ये भी कर सकते हो उसमें वो भी कर सकते हो यही process है यही कर लो ठीक है. Don't be like that. ठीक है. So I will be able to finish it much more easily. Okay चलो इसको हटाते हैं फिर attendance देते हैं. Hide user on chat. Chalo. Right over here, guys, I'm putting up the attendance link in the live chat as you're able to see. Please start filling up the attendance. Okay, the attendance link is there in the live chat. Exactly 9:22, the attendance link will be closed. At exactly 9:22, the attendance link will be closed, guys. Please start filling up the attendance. Exactly 9:22, the attendance link will be closed. Exactly 9:22, the attendance link will be closed. Please start filling up the attendance. Exactly, sir. Front end developer. Ritesh, the bootcamp has already ended. Okay. Gokul, when I started working at Google, my CTC was around 60 lakhs per annum, and yeah, I started working as a machine learning engineer, Explore ML lead itself. The attendance link is in the live chat. Exactly 9:22. The attendance link will be closed. We'll meet in our tomorrow's class and we'll continue from right over there. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye, guys. Bye bye. Bye bye.